Well, greetings once again from the corner on the deck. For those of you who have been with me for a number of years on YouTube, we used to make a lot of videos on the corner on the deck. It's been several years since I have made one though, and I've had people ask me, when are you going to do another video on the corner of the deck? I just kind of blew it off, but it's now time. The weather's coming up real nice. I may do more than this one, but it's going to have to be warm out. Today what's today's days? Is it February the 3rd? February the 2nd. And the temperature's in the 70s. This is fantastic. I just love it. Today's subject is about being told what to do by other people. I don't like being told what to do. It drives me crazy. There's always some clown out there who claims to be an expert on YouTube, and he's always telling you what you should and should not do. I mean, everybody's a guru anymore. They'll tell you what clothes to wear, what cars to buy, what medications to take, what exercises to do. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, just non-stop. The one that bothers me the most is what foods and drinks not to eat or not to drink. They tell you what to eat, what not to eat. Don't eat this, it's bad for you, don't eat that. Once in a while they'll throw in something that they say you should eat. It's usually some junk crap nobody wants to eat anyway. At least I don't. I am to the point, well, I've always been this way, I guess. I'm almost pathological about not liking people telling me what to do. I just don't like it. My ways always worked pretty good. The wife was happy, the kids were happy, I was happy, the world was happy. I mean, what more could a guy ask, So, let's go. So I decided to go through the internet on YouTube and look at the various videos of these gurus that are telling us what not to eat and drink. And I'm going to make a list, let's make a list. And then I will pass that on to you as a community service, okay? And now it's not an all-inclusive list. There's probably a lot of things I missed, or several things I missed. But I'm going to go down the list, and then you kind of make a mental note of what some of these things that you're eating that you need to stop eating and stop drinking. So let's see if I can help my YouTubers out. We'll start at the top here. Oats. Do not eat oats. In other words, Quaker oats or oatmeal cookies. Don't eat that stuff. It's no good. Throw them away. Go through your closet, get it, and chunk it. If you're going to eat bread, you better eat only organic bread. Don't eat any bread that's not organic. Yeah, right, Soda. Don't drink any soda. Do not eat any Dorito chips. No Doritos. Nope. Throw them away. By the time we get done here with that closet's going to be empty. Fried chicken. Oh man, that's the worst in the world. Don't eat any fried chicken. Kind of interesting. I think it was the night before last I had some really good fried chicken, But don't eat fried chicken. Do not eat egg and sausage sandwiches. Nope. That's a no-no. Bacon. Oh my God, they're hell on bacon. They just terrible on bacon. Don't eat bacon. Don't eat a bacon cheeseburger. Ugh, man. French fries. No good. That's it. It's over. Done with the French fries, guys and ladies. Milkshakes. Potato chips. I mean, come on. A bacon cheeseburger, French fries with a milkshake. The three basic food groups. Who are these people that come up with this crap, Don't eat them. You're right. Fish and chips. Fish and chips. Well, of course, chips are French fries. Fish and French fries. Here's one. Pepperoni pizza. Don't eat fresh, like at a pizza joint downtown. And don't eat the frozen. No pepperoni. Matter of fact, don't eat pizza in general. Get rid of it. It'll kill you. I guess I'm on my way. I may not make it through this video before I drop dead because I eat a lot of pizza. Tuna melt and Caesar salads. Now, tuna melts are pretty good, and Caesar salad, a lot of people like Caesar salad. Wifey used to love Caesar salad. Hamburger chili. Well, I kind of got to agree with that. I like Italian sausage chili. I make it all the time. Oh boy, here's one that'll bite you good. Don't do it. Nachos. No nachos. No nachos. Popcorn shrimp. I guess that means you can eat the butterfly shrimp. I don't know what that means, but popcorn shrimp. No, don't do that. Here's something here. It's a type of fried dough from Spain and Portugal cuisine. It's called a churros. C-H-U-R-R-O-S. Churros. Oh, cheesecake. Now we know why the Cheesecake Factory is going out of business. Nobody's eating cheesecake anymore. Hot dogs. Are you kidding me? No hot dogs? I'd starve to death. Teriyaki chicken. Yeah, I could go without teriyaki. But people that eat that a lot, you know. Wrap it up. How it goes. Fish fillet sandwich or any kind of fried fish in general. I ate a lot of fried fish sandwiches. When I used to go to McDonald's all the time, I used to go to Long John Silver's, I'd eat a lot of fish. But you know, if you're eating that now, knock it off. Beef burrito and tacos. Beef burritos aren't bad. I'm not into Mexican food very much. Tacos, they're okay. But if you're one of those Taco Bell types, don't go there anymore. Chicken nuggets. Don't drink milk. And don't drink soy milk. Kill you dead. It'll kill you dead. I mean, they'll be putting you in the ground. Cold cut sandwich or a chef's salad. Did I already cover that? I might have covered that. No, that's Caesar salad. Don't eat a chef's salad either. Old Caesar and your local chef, he's trying to kill you. If you buy fruit that's canned in syrup, boy, kiss of death. Kiss of death. Don't eat it. Vegetable shortening. You know, I guess you're going to have to go back to the good old lard, okay? No vegetable shortening. Non-dairy coffee creamer. Well, you're going to have to be a coffee purist. Forget the non-dairy creamer. Diet soda and cabbage. Do not put cabbage in your diet soda and drink it, okay? Now keep in mind, this is not all inclusive. Ice cream, low-fat peanut butter. Well, that's not bad. That means the way I read this is I shouldn't eat ice cream, which I eat every night. And me and my pooches, I give it about a tablespoon to one of my dogs. He likes it. The low-fat peanut butter, I guess that means we can eat regular fat peanut butter, right? I guess that's okay. You just can't eat the low-fat. Tile fish, T-I-L-E. I have no idea what that is. Tile to me is something that goes on the floor. White flour-based cereal. I don't know what you can't eat oatmeal. Now you can't eat cereal. I don't know what you're supposed to eat. Salami. Salami is my hard salami and cotton salami. I particularly like hard salami. My best cold cuts. Juice cocktail and packaged donuts. You know, I'm about ready to die just reading this list. Pre-made dough. Can't have that. You got to make your own dough. No pre-made dough. Packaged butter-flavored popcorn. Orville Redenbacher's, don't eat that. You know, if it's butter-flavored, I can't say much about that. Oh, here's one that a lot of you are going to like. Don't eat those nasty ramen noodles. No ramen noodles. Artificial sweeteners, and of course, table salt. No table salt, no artificial sweeteners, no packaged gelatin. And if you're microwaving your rice, wrong thing to do. Wrong thing. Energy drinks, low-fat ice cream. There again, we can eat the fat stuff, just can't eat the low-fat. White rice. Oh, somebody call the Asians. Tell them they've got to stop eating their rice. The entire population is going to be dead in 60 days. Oh, don't eat the white rice. Deli meats and this list, these guys kill me. It's like unending stupidity in my mind. Deli meats and pasta. Don't eat those. Orange juice, man, bad for you. Stay away from the orange juice. Oh God, that's terrible. No mango, no grape, no apple juice. It's all got to go. By now your covers should all be, you know, old Mother Hubbard stuff, totally empty. Oh, frozen dinners or TV dinners. There's one, I would surely die. I eat TV dinners all the time, you know. I remember when they came out with TV dinners. I remember when they came out with pot pies. We never had them. Just one day, Swanson Dinner showed up, and Bird's Eye pot pie popped up out of nowhere. I remember my mom and dad paying, I think it was 25 cents for what they came out. They were called TV dinners. They referred to as TV dinners. They may have had them before that, but they didn't appear, commercially in everybody's houses until they popped up on TVs, which would have been the 50s, and they just called them TV dinners. Well, they were pretty crappy in those days, but for a quarter, and the pot pies were only a dime. However, this is something you might find interesting. When I was in college, I worked at Safeway, and they used to sell TV dinners 12 for $1, and that was during the late 70s, no, early 70s. 12 for $1. People would come in there and fill their carts full of these things, take them home. They said it was cheaper to do that than buy food. Well, I had to agree with them. Granola bars. Oh, stay away from granola bars. They're deadly. Okay. Flavored yogurt. I guess that means you can only eat the plain stuff. I don't know. The plain stuff sucks. Puffed rice cakes, and here's one that would kill me. Just thinking about it. Funnel cakes. Don't eat funnel cakes. I mean, if you go to a carnival or something, you've got to eat Whenever my grandson and I go to Pettigene Mountain up here in the car show, we usually get a funnel cake. We split the cost. They're pretty big. One time they were really expensive. I said, forget it. I don't know what they thought they had there, a bucket of gold or something. Deep fried Twinkies. I went to a place here in town where they call it Toad Suck Days. Sounds weird, huh? But there's rides and all kinds of stuff. And they were selling fried Twinkies for $3 a piece. $3 for a fried, no. Anyway, don't eat fried Twinkies. Fruit Loops, stay away from Fruit Loops cereal. If you do, you'll be a Fruit Loop yourself. White and dark chocolate. Nope. Here's another killer. How can you have a cheeseburger without fried onion rings? I don't, the people that put these things, come out with all these things, have they ever had a life? Did they just sit in the corner all the time? Donuts, pastries of any kind. Donuts or pastries of any kind. Barbecue sauce, holy mackerel. Barbecue sauce. Margarine and mayonnaise. God. We're getting down to the wire here, folks, trust me. Don't eat any Skittles candies or M&Ms. Wifey used to eat a lot of Skittles. I used to eat a lot of M&Ms. They're pretty good. So the guys, I guess these guys used to sit in the corner and they'd eat, I don't know, they'd eat tofu sandwiches and drink almond milk, I guess. Whoop, wait a minute, hold it. Stop the music. Don't eat tofu and don't drink almond milk. There you go. That's the list. It is not all-inclusive. If you all die by not eating it within the next 6 months, it's been nice knowing you. Well, I'm glad that's over with. I was beginning to get depressed with all that stuff I'm not supposed to eat. Anyway, I got a hankering about a week ago to make some potato soup. And today's the day. I wanted to make it Sunday, which was yesterday. Today's Monday. Yesterday was Sunday. I had to sweep and mop the whole house. And, this wifey stuff is really getting me down. And when wifey and I first got married, we made an agreement. I said, I will bring home the bacon. You cook it. She said, agreed. And that's how we, carried on our marriage the whole 53 years. If I didn't bring home the bacon, believe me, she wanted to know why. And if I came home at night and there was nothing cooked, I wanted to know why, so that it worked out great. It was fantastic. She was such a good cook. Anyway, we're going to make some potato soup. And I remember how my mom used to make some, and then I got some ideas off of YouTube videos, as usual. I don't know everything, so I have to kind of refresh my memory. This is what I would call old-fashioned potato soup. Well, let's get started. We're going to be making it in this Pioneer Woman Dutch oven. I really like these ovens. These are really good. I mean, the first thing, I put a little bit of olive oil on the bottom, not much. Then the rest of it that was in the measuring thing, I poured it over the top of the potatoes. These are yellow potatoes. I cut into the chunks I like, the size I plan it to be. I don't want mushy, soupy, milky looking potato soup. Not my thing. I want it to look like potato soup. And first thing we're going to do is, this is almost a cup of onions. You put in as many as you want. Just throw them on the oil, and then we're going to go ahead and start heating it. And then after it becomes a little translucent, a little bit, you know, we'll go ahead and dump the potatoes in on top. So let's get it on the fire. Alright, we're getting there. Beginning to get translucent. I got the fire really kind of, not all that big, just a little bit there. I'd probably go down a little bit lower, actually. Yeah, about like that. I want these things, I don't want to burn them, I just want to kind of get them a little bit translucent, a little bit brown. And I'm going to throw a little butter in with the, if I don't break this thing. Just a little, you know, maybe a tablespoon of butter, a little bit more, along with the olive oil to help with the onions. It's going to help with the flavor too. I got that from the YouTube video. Like I said, I'm not a genius when it comes to cooking. Wifey was the one that did it all. She couldn't change spark plugs in the car, and I couldn't cook very well, except on a barbecue. I could do that. That was fun. Alright, I'll come back when the onions are about ready to get the potatoes put in. Alright, I think I'm about there. I could keep them in for a few more minutes, but it won't make any difference. Right now I'm going to add the old potatoes. I don't know, maybe a cup and a half of kartoffels here. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to stir that around. It's going to take a while to cook these because the potatoes are kind of, you know, they're not really small bite size. They're a little bit bigger. And I think that's the way to go here. And I'm going to be cooking them until they're soft. Now, one thing I found in one of the YouTube videos was bone chicken broth. I never heard of that stuff. I probably walked by it a million times in Walmart and never saw it. I don't know how strong it is. So what I'm going to do is, the recipe that I'm going to do calls for about two cups of this stuff. And I think it's probably going to be pretty strong. So I'll probably wind up diluting it with water. So let's get that in there like that. See how that does for us. Yeah, that's not going to do very much. We're going to have more. Let me taste it after a few minutes, and if we need more, I'll either add the rest of this, half of this that's left, or a little water, or whatever combination I think the taste tells me to do. Okay. But while we're waiting for all that to happen, we're going to go ahead and add some of the seasoning now. A little bit of pepper. Looks like more than there is. And some salt. It's going to take quite a bit of salt in this stuff here. Like I said, I don't know how salty that chicken broth is. And then we're going to go ahead and add about maybe a tablespoon of garlic. I like a lot of garlic. And she's beginning to cook up good. We're going to add a little bit of dried oregano. Not a whole lot. It doesn't take much. I think that's going to be about it. That was just kind of a guess right there. I don't know. I know more about garlic than I do oregano. Alright, it's not too strong on that broth. I think I'm going to add just enough to cover the potatoes here. About like that. Now we'll go ahead and let her simmer. And I'm going to have a cup of coffee. Just basically take a break. I've been working hard the last couple of days, doing housework and everything. The ladies out there watching, if there is any, you'd be proud of me. I decided at the last minute to take some of this chicken bouillon powder and add it to the bone broth. Not a whole lot, because if this were Weiler's, I wouldn't add much at all. But this is that Great Value stuff. And they always are, it's always substandard in my opinion. But it's just all their stuff. Now some of the stuff is pretty good though. I like their ice cream, I like their potato chips, things like that. Pretty good stuff. This is starting to look really good now. I could add milk to it. A lot of people add milk to it. I don't want to add it since I'm using that bone broth. I want to be able to see what it tastes like with that. Let me taste it now. Oh boy, that's really good. We'll let it cook for a little while longer. One more thing I'll be eating with this is some cornbread. sometime, I guess about the last 10 or 12 days, I made a couple of small crock pots of ham hocks and beans. And of course, when you have ham hocks and beans, you gotta have cornbread. And cornbread and onions, actually, a lot of raw onions, you know. And one other thing I wanted to bring up to you all, in case you've never heard of it, and this is the body pinto bean seasoning. Boy, this is like the greatest thing in the world. You put this on ham hocks and beans, along with your other seasoning you normally use. This is really, really good stuff. Alright, everything looks cooked to perfection. It's time to eat. By the way, for those of you who have cornbread and you have some left over, you can freeze cornbread, no problem. You just wrap it in individual plastic, you know, that plastic wrap, and then put them in a freezer bag like this, and they'll keep for quite a while. Alright, let's get it out of here and give it a shot. I like whole potatoes. I just don't like... Now this was made with the yellow potatoes, like I said. You can make them with red potatoes or any potato you like. The recipe I saw said to make them with yellow. And when I was a kid, all I ever knew was white potatoes. That's all my mom ever bought. She never bought any other potatoes. That's about all we could afford, I guess. It is time. I'll probably die from eating it, but that's okay. You know, I'm surprised they said you can't eat chicken this, can't eat chicken that. They didn't mention chicken broth. Well, let's see what we can do with this. See if it tastes any good. Yes. That tastes really good. I think I might have put a little bit too much oregano in it, though. Other than that, it tastes good. I mean, I can live with a little extra oregano. But that tastes really good. So that's how I make it. Give it a try. Until next time, this is John. One more thing before we completely close out. All you geezers and weezers out there, if you've never heard of Boost, this is glucose control. This is, I drink one of these every day. The doctor I go to, he drinks one also. It's not a vitamin type of thing. It's got a lot of minerals in there that you need. Lots of minerals, which we never get. The older you get, the more you need, because we go through it quick or we don't eat the right foods to get it. It's just the way it is when you get older. So I drink one of these every day. It keeps my energy level up. And this soup is so good, I don't think it's going to make it to the end of the week. I'm going to have it gobbled up by, what is today? Monday? It'll probably be gone by Wednesday night.